miracle down there in Miami, where the Dolphins ran a hook and ladder play at the end of the game that worked for like 70 yards and gained them a touchdown to beat the Patriots. Now, this is just a crazy play. Guru, what happened here, man?
You know what, Lestro? Bobby Kraft and all them Bostonians and New Englanders. I don't even know what the hell they want to call themselves. New England, Boston, Vermont, Maine. People in the Atlantic Northeast, right?
Right, those folks.
Yeah, those folk right there from the South. Those folk from the North South. Anyways, they think they're so slick. You know what they do every December, but basically the last 3 years? You know what they're going to do? They're going to take the South Beach vacation. They think they're so slick. Like, they think they can fool the guru. You think Giselle don't have a little family member out there take the kids there? Don't you think Belichick don't have a couple of Grandpa Belichick and them down there in South Beach? Don't you think Bobby Kraft chilling with Rick Ross, Ricky Rose in South Beach? Come on, man. That's his homeboys, man.
I'll tell you, I know Gronk's out partying when he's down there.
So basically, this is what I'm trying to tell you. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Bob Kraft always try to pull a slick one, but the guru always investigate and find out. For the last 3 seasons, they've been taking a South Beach vacation. South Beach, think about it. The weather in Boston on Sunday was 37 degrees. What the hell? In December, you know what you want to do? You want to be in South Beach.
Yeah, I don't want to be in Boston. That's for damn sure.
And last year, right, with the 2017, they played, when they played December 11th. It's basically around the same time. All right, the year before, they played January 3rd. I'm like, you think you can fool the guru? I know what you're doing. And you know they took an L because they do the annual South Beach retreat and vacation. They look past the Dolphins, man.
Well, I want to actually ask you that. Do you think they look past the Dolphins? Or is this, you talked just then about the beginning of the season being data collection. And we talked at the beginning of this season of the Patriots not showing you anything in the beginning of the season. Is this Bill Belichick? Was this him trying to not show us something? Or did Bill Belichick get shown something?
You know what? For the first time, because at the end of the day, we know what this is. When they start getting into these weeks now, it's basically come down to about basically 3 plays. In football, I'll give about 2 to 5 plays just to be safe. It's about 2. It comes down to 2 to 5 plays. But we don't really know when those plays occur. But those are really the defining factor as far as the game goes. And
it's not like the NBA where we know they're going to be in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, we know there's going to make runs in the NBA. Everybody make runs. Here it's like it's going to be 2 or 3 plays that wins the game, right? And then what the Patriots has always been superb at is situational football. We don't have a lapse of judgment. Because of his history, and we just talk about data collecting, we know about Belichick's data, and we have enough data on Belichick. So I'm going to give him a lapse of judgment because we all knew, because I saw him when Gronk's been there before as far as for the Hail Mary passes. So when this was a South Beach lapse, I don't even want to call it the Miami Miracle. Hey, the guru, I'm changing that. It's the South Beach lapse.
The South Beach lapse.
He just had a lapse of judgment, and he thought Tannehill, basically, because they're in South Beach and the sun gets to you in your head, from New England, you don't know about. So Belichick had a lapse of judgment and had Party Boy Gronk out there, and which the Dolphins took advantage of, and we're talking about the lateral play. And I don't blame him. They said I read somewhere it's like a 0.1% of that opportunity happened, of that chance happened. That was luck.
An incredibly rare play.
Incredible luck.
Yeah, and with only 2 laterals through it, usually there's more than that at the end of the game. But what's his name? Graves got the touchdown there. Drake. I'm sorry, Drake got it.
And we ain't talking about your boy from up north. We ain't talking about Drake. We ain't talking about back to back.
No, this boy was not in his feelings.
This is Kenyon.
Out there running past. And it's funny that you mentioned Gronk because he was put on the field as part of the Hail Mary team to knock it down. But everybody knows Ryan Tannehill ain't throwing a ball 70 yards.
And that's what I mean is the lapse. Because Belichick was basically saying, we know he's not going to do it, so they're going to do the little high school, the fire drill. Just throw it. Whatever happens. So Belichick, being in South Beach because of the vacation, what do you do on vacations? What do you do when you go on vacation? You get lapse. Is that what happens? Your judgment is a little bit different. You're not as acute as you were. You're not as sharp. That's what happened. I'm not falling for it. And you know what the schedule's probably going to be? How is it they're in South Beach in December every year, dude?
Well, they're division rivals.
Dude, but
play
still,
'em.
they should have played. Like, you got to switch sometimes. They should play in New England or in South Beach in September.
That's a good point. Make the Dolphins come up there in December.
Exactly.
Right.
Come on, man. Kraft, that's what I'm saying. Kraft, you know, pulling this slick one on the goo. The goo went and did the report, man. I saw the research, man.
Well, it's funny you say that because even Ryan Tannehill knows he's not throwing 70 yards, but he did see Gronk.
I was like, Gronk's on the field. We got this.
And he knew right away.
Hey, put it like this. The only time Tannehill could say that is if Tanne's on the field the same time Gronk on the field.
Right.
That means favored in a tennis matchup, favored Miami.
Yeah, something's gone very wrong.